Hello. Hello, hello, hello. How are we sounding? It's been a hot minute since I streamed. Hello, my friends. Good afternoon. Tell you what, I don't need these on yet. Bloodborne 2. God, I wish. Imagine. How are we doing, fellas? I assume we're live. I think we're live. Yeah, we're live. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. How are we doing? My God, my hair is a disaster. Jesus Christ. New Doom game indeed. A Halo C remake. I would imagine that that's not getting announced today. You never know, but I would not expect that to come out or to get announced today. I would put money on that being in summer. Because I think, didn't they say something about everything getting announced today is going to be something that's going to be releasing in the next, 6 months or something? Smoking 8 pork shoulders, a full brisket, and 6 racks of... Holy shit, my boy. That is a haul. Godspeed. That is a haul. Good goddamn. Hello from Australia. Hello from the UK. Hello, my friend. How are we looking, guys? How are we sounding? Sound good? It's been I don't know, 8 months since I last streamed. It's been a hot minute. Halo Wars 2 on Steam. I wish. I don't unfortunately see that happening. Sound good? Perfecto. I do not see that happening, unfortunately. I really wish they would do, because honestly, I want Halo Wars 2 on Steam way more than I want Halo 5 on PC, quite frankly. Deathman, my boy, thank you very much. First time in 8 months I can do this. Yes, sir. Thank you for the 23 months, my boy. Thank you very much. Thank you. Halo the movie. Imagine, dude. What armor would you wear? Doom armor, Halo armor, or 40k? I mean, I'm kind of biased, right? I'm kind of biased here a little bit. So I'm definitely going to go... I'll tell you what, hang on. Let me get my camera up so I can do the... How about none of the above? How about killer armor? There he is. How about that? Curveball. Secret option D. Sorry, person range day. Any chance you're going to end up on the Unsub podcast? I'd love to. I don't actually know any of the guys on this Unsub podcast very well, at least. I know Cody a tiny little bit. I've spoken to him a few times and that's it. But I mean, if they want me on, I would absolutely love to. Funnily enough, I actually finished my range day video yesterday. So it's kind of ready to release whenever. I think I might post it tomorrow night on my other channel, one of my many other channels, HiddenXperia, which is the channel that I've used for dumping a load of My Chemical Romance videos on and posting 2 Tarkov videos. So that should be out tomorrow. But yeah, I'd love to go on Unsub. If they ever want me on, then hell yeah, I'm down. Starting to think you're a show for this garbage. Nothing about Chris, people are going to see that and they're going to flip out. Elder Scrolls 6? Nah, no way. Dude, that game, right, I'm telling you right now, that game was announced as a fallback for the backlash to Fallout, Fallout 76. Because it was announced 2 months after Fallout 76 came out and was hit with a litany of backlash. That was announced solely for that. I'm telling you right now. Shot when I saw the notification for you showcasing Doom Dark Ages. Yeah, I mean, it should be getting... Oh, no, it is getting shown off today because the release date leaked yesterday, I think. Marathon, I would imagine not, because don't Sony have some... I mean, it's always been shown off at Sony... Well, I say it's always been shown off. The one time it was shown off was at a Sony thing. Yeah. Halo 2042. No way, dude. We're getting an almost modern-day Halo game. Crazy. It's just called Armor. Lauren, it's thanks to £2, dude. Hey, man, long time no speak. Hope you're doing well, my dude. Doing all right. I'm getting by. Hope you're doing well, my dude. Thank you for the £2. Halo 76. Imagine. PvP Tarkov, for sure. I've not played PvE yet, because, I don't know, for me, Tarkov is, in the main pull for me in Tarkov is killing players. And PvE is cool, because, it gives you the option to, really take things at your own pace, but I don't know, I kind of just want to kill players for the most part. Killing AI for me, unless it's bosses, or like clone water treatment, which even still is a bit boring. Like AI killing is just a bit boring for me. I want to kill players. I want to like outplay people. Bro's a cold-blooded murderer. I am not. I am not. For my attached federal agent watching, I am not what he said in chat. Oh, she used my strat. Let's go. Dude, I'm telling you, the unknown key bush is exactly where you get set up then. That is the place to do it. What weapon would you choose in one of the 3 games in the last question? Doom, 40k, and Halo. BR55. Call me boring, but a good old-fashioned BR55. I cannot say no to that. Although maybe a sniper. I'm actually okay. So a little bit of like a HiddenXperia content leak here. I'm actually planning this year to do some firearms content on the main channel. I've been talking to. I wouldn't spoil it yet. But I've been in talks with someone very cool who has made something very cool and is making some more things that are also very, very cool. And at some point this year, I'm going to fly out and we're going to shoot some content about that thing. I mean, probably probably very unobvious, but like, yeah. That should be a pretty cool video. I don't know when, because I'm going to try and link that in with another trip, but it will be cool. It'll be some different kind of content as well, because this year I want to do something... This year I want to just, like, I don't know, take it easier with content a little bit and do stuff that's like within my niche, but a bit different, because, like, I feel like I've been very locked in on, like, a very specific style of content with a very specific schedule for, like, literally over half a decade at this point, and I kind of just want to try different stuff this year, to be honest with you, but it'll be really cool. It'll be very, very cool. Very cool. Turok Evolution weapons, dude. Give me the plasma rifle from Turok Evolution with the Seeker lens on. I'll be set for life, dude. I will be set for life. That thing was so cool. The flechette gun. Oh, God. I could soy about Turok Evolution for hours upon hours upon hours. You guys know that I could do that, and I will do that given the opportunity. I will literally do that given the opportunity. Give me the flechette gun. Give me the pistol sniper. Dude, I want to know what round that pistol sniper's chambered in. Because that thing is like... When it's a sniper rifle, it fires like... The way it fires is like 338. Like, it looks like it has the same kind of like impulse as 338. And I'd love to know what it's actually chambered in. You know what? I've actually never played any other Turok game besides Turok 2008, 2007, 2008, one of the two. Which was awful. That game was not good. The only cool thing about that game was Ron Perlman, and I think... Wasn't Timothy Oliphant in it as well? I love him. He was in it as well, I think. He was cool. And Ron Perlman is Ron Perlman. He's cool as hell as well. Yeah. Kyle, thanks for the $5, dude. I was wondering how I'd eat today with $5, but I saw HiddenXperia streaming for the first time in 8 months. Here you go. Take a swig of opium. Okay, that's definitely sarcasm. I hope that's sarcasm. Thank you very much, man. I appreciate that. Let's not get too hopiumed. Nothing Halo is getting announced today. I put that in the title as a joke, like last time. I think last time. It's definitely a joke. There's nothing Halo getting announced today. Do not expect Halo stuff. For the love of God, please do not expect Halo stuff. Do not get yourself hyped up for something that is definitely not going to happen. I'm begging you. Steve, don't leak that, please. Don't leak that there's a new Halo game getting announced today. The dating sim is getting announced in like an hour's time, but don't leak it, please. Oh, God. Dude, I keep forgetting about Fable. I honestly keep forgetting that there's even a Fable game in dev, to be honest with you. They announced that, like... Oh, no, wasn't it the same time as Infinite? Didn't they announce that, the same show as Infinite? I'm pretty sure they did, 2018. I think that was when they announced it. Crusader, thanks for the $10, dude. Hopefully something like the new game. Dude, E-Day, please. I'm actually fucking begging Microsoft to do something with that game. This show, definitely summer, but I don't know if I can wait till summer. Lucky if new Halo stickers and pins are announced rather than anything else Halo related. Oh my God. Thanks for the $10, bro. I appreciate that. I would do anything for some kind of E-Day new trailer or something today, because, like, man, I was watching that trailer back again the other day when I was editing my yesterday's video, and that trailer is, I honestly think, probably one of the top 5, if not top 3 best video game trailers, like, of all time, flat out, easily. Like, it's unbelievably good. Unbelievably good. Thanks, Hunter. I'm not gonna lie, at the moment, Halo views are popping. I've said this before, regarding Halo on YouTube, but Halo's in such a weird spot where obviously it doesn't pull like Fortnite numbers or anything like that, but at the same time, like, you think about like in terms of like actual raw video game releases, you look how unbelievably fucking dead Halo is, right? And you contrast that with the amount of views that people pull on a franchise that's not had a new game in 4 years now, and that game was incredibly disappointing. And before that, we hadn't had a new mainline game in 6 years, and that game was also incredibly disappointing. And then before that, it was 3 years, and that game was also disappointing, right? You look at that, and you look at the views that a lot of Halo people pull, and then you look at a franchise like COD, where there's a new game every year, and like, yeah, most of it nowadays is just complete slop, but like, it's a new game every year on every platform imaginable. Like, I don't know, dude. This is why when people say, oh, Halo's dead if we don't get another good game. Like, I honestly don't think that, because the amount of people that grew up with Halo as a core part of, like, not just their childhood, but, like, personality, myself very much included, who will not leave this franchise behind. Like, regardless of how many shit games we get, or broken games, or unfinished games, or whatever, right? There's still so much background interest in Halo. There's like a massive audience of Halo fans just waiting to be activated by a good game, waiting to be pulled in by a good game. And like, you look at the views that Halo, I don't want to sit here and boast or anything, right? But at the moment, at least, I'm really fucking proud of my views. I'm not gonna lie, especially to say like how Halo is right now. I'm really fucking proud of the amount of views that I'm able to pull. Same with Remy. Same with Catan over in the LATAM community. He pulls great views as well. Like, there is a huge audience of people who are interested in Halo and want a good game to play. They just haven't been given a good game to play. And when they get given a good game to play, they will play said game. So I don't know, man. It's maybe it's hopium. I don't know, but I don't know. I'm pretty happy with how views are right now. Obviously, now I've said that, my next video is going to absolutely tank and get 0 views, so love that. Lawrence, thanks to £2 again, dude. What do you think of BO6 Zombies so far? So my expectations were, like, sub-0, because I just, like, BO4 Zombies onwards, I just think it's awful. I just think the formula is terrible. And I do not like BO6's formula at all. I don't think the maps are great, but it's the most interested that I've been in zombies for, like, well, since BO3. Despite that. The new map, I'll be honest, does look entirely auraless. We've seen very little of it so far, and it does have the ice staff, which is tempting me, but it looks very auraless. I just don't like this Warzone-ification of zombies. I don't like how, just like simple mechanics, like interacting with things is entirely Warzone based. The way that quests are done, the fact that they're even called quests now and not Easter eggs, is like entirely. I am not a fan. Maybe at the end of BO6, maybe at the end of the life cycle, depending on what's going on for Halo, maybe I'll make a video about BO6 Zombies, not my overall thoughts on it, because I've got a lot to say. We'll see. Malice, thanks to $5, dude. Not Halo and unlikely, but imagine Prototype gets it. Dude, I want a game with the Prototype suit. I want a game with the Prototype suit. That thing, that is the coolest Halo mech of all time. It goes Prototype and then the Colossus from Halo Wars 2. The Colossus, that design was unbelievably raw. Mantis is a bit but Colossus and Prototype suit are peak, and I would love a game based on that. Thank you for the $5, dude. Okay, it's time, I think. Let me know how the audio is, guys, because as always, audio is the bane of my existence as a streamer, as a streamer, quote unquote, who streams 1.5 times a year or something like that. The audio is too loud. Let me know. There's no audio yet. Is it actually live yet? It should be live. Any second now. Any second now. The surprise is either Gears or Halo. I'm really hoping the surprise is Gears, but I think it's going to be something unannounced. I'm pretty sure it's going to be the Oblivion remake, which I'm like so on edge about, to be honest with you, because like Oblivion has such aura and such soul, and I don't know if I trust anybody to remake that. It's like the Resident Evil 4. I saw some post about this the other day about Resident Evil 4's remake, and I adore Resident Evil 4's remake, right? And I'm a huge OG RE4 guy. But that I would honestly give that remake like 9.7 out of 10, but it's still just like as good as it was. Refresh. Oh, okay. As good as it was. Oh, here we go. Okay. Oh my god, that is loud. All right, let me know what the audio is like. Concord Remastered Deluxe Edition. Yeah, it doesn't hit home as much. It's just the aura. The aura of, like, OG RE4 is so baked into, like, that PS2 GameCube era. Was it the sixth or fifth console generation? It's so baked into that, like, era of graphics and of aesthetics that it was always going to be, like, impossible to translate that into modern graphics. I think they did a really good job. More volume. I think they did a really good job, and I think RE4 Remake is incredible, but it still isn't as good as the original. Oh, we're starting out with a secret one. Okay. This is the surprise one. Dude, it's the Halo Reach water combat. They brought it back for a game. No way. Look at this. It's Halo, guys. Look. That's all soy at the camera. It's Halo. Oh, maybe it actually is Ninja Gaiden. If it's Team Ninja. It must be Ninja Gaiden, right? Surely.
こんにちは。超えてくもゲームスチーム忍者の安田文彦です。今日は皆様にチーム忍者が長く大切にしてきたアクションシリーズの
Oh yeah, it is.
機会をいただけてとても嬉しく思います。
Well, in that case, there is no excuse not to bring Hayabusa back now, especially now they're showing it off on an Xbox show. Mickey, thanks for the 10, dude.
Several years ago,
I also agree.
Dragon, youngest
I really
of
hope that
divine
doesn't happen.
dragon gods, wreaked havoc across the world.
Wait, is this Ninja
The
Gaiden?
plot was ultimately thwarted through the efforts of a sole ninja. However, the Dark Dragon's husk remained, and from this husk fell an endless downpour of cursed rain. The abandoned Tokyo continues its struggle against chaos to this day.
Infiltrated the facility. Commencing mission.
Oh, it's Platinum Games doing it. Ah, hell yeah. Okay, we're gonna see the Ryu's mask, because that's the Hayabusa. To all Halo fans, that is like the Hayabusa. Obviously, it's Platinum Games, so there's gonna be a little bit of similarity there. But this is giving me like extreme Metal Gear Rising vibes. Like the way that the gameplay flows feels very Metal Gear Rising, which is a huge dub. This is very Metal Gear Rising.
Ryu Hayabusa.
Oh! It actually is Ryu then.
Whatever your clan is.
Hey! There it is.
Here.
Okay, they have no excuse not to bring Hayabusa back now. Zero excuse.
So you've come, Raven.
Back off, Hayabusa. I will execute my mission.
Okay, that looks pretty fucking raw. I'm not gonna lie, that looks pretty fucking raw.
世界中の町人の皆さん、10年以上大変お待たせしました。最強の忍者
Hell
が
yeah
なく襲い来る敵に挑むハイスピードアクション忍者ガイデンのナンバリング最新作として忍者ガイデン4を発表させていただきました。
Dude, Matt, thanks for 7, dude. I appreciate that. Honestly,
開発を進め
I
ています
reckon it was like a couple hours it was there for. If that. It's kind of hard to time, like,
プラチナゲームズさんのアクション
levels
ゲームとい
in
う
that
ジャンルにお
sense.
ける実績は言うまでもなく、
I'd say about a couple hours though.
素晴らしいアクションタイトルを生み出してこられました。忍者ガイデン4というタイトルを10年以上
Didn't mention Metal Gear Rising.
新たに
Interesting.
皆様にお届けするにあたり より多くの方に新鮮な気持ちでプレイしていただけるよう、新たな世界を新主人公であるもう一人の町人ヤクモで冒険するという形で制作することにしました。先ほどご覧いただいた映像の中で竜はやぶさも登場しておりましたが、彼は今回も物語に密接に関わってきます。なぜヤクモと戦うことになったのか、竜はやぶさが戦う目的は何なのか、本作の物語の中で展開していきます。
Hell yeah. Yeah, this looks pretty raw, I'm not gonna lie. I actually never finished any of the original Ninja Gaidens. I played the first two.
荒廃した首都東京が舞台となっています。
Never finished them though.
この雨は黒竜がまだ生きている証であり、雨が止まない限り東京に安寧は訪れません。今作の新主人公であり、はやぶさと対をなすカラス一門に所属するヤクモが首都東京で
They did not announce another Halo, not yet. They won't be today.
これまで忍者外伝シリーズで描かれてきたダークでハードな世界観は継承し、そこにさらに危機を感じさせる要素として呪いや
Oh, so that looks pretty
混
cool.
沌とした景観のデザインを取り入れています。
Alex, thanks to 5, dude. Thanks to 5.
ステージプレイ中に
I
街が
agree.
呪いの影響を受け
I agree.
ビルは崩れ、道は歪み、ヤクモをピンチに陥れることでしょう。舞台となる東京はとある出来事によって街全体が崩壊し、
I thought, okay, this might be my smooth brain memory kicking in, but I swear Ninja Gaiden was like historical, wasn't it? It's been a long time since I played any Ninja Gaiden game, so I might be wrong, but
立体的に自由度の増した危険に満ちたステージを忍具やシリーズおなじみの体術など忍者アクションを駆使して乗り越えていくことになります。レールアクション、スイングアクションなどのダイナミックで爽快なシチュエーションを
it's always been
追
okay.
加しました
Okay.
これら以外にも
It's always modern. Well, that's my god awful memory kicking in then.
を用意しており、ステージが進むごとに上がっていくテンションにも驚いていただけると思います。
What a design! What look at that katana! What a design! What a design!
新しい主人公のヤクモは竜はやぶさに次ぐ新たな町人です。彼にはまだ若さも残っていますが、カラス一門を背負う天才忍者でもあり、忍者ガイデン
Look
シ
at
リ
that
ーズにおける
katana!
忍者の頂点、竜と肩を並べる次世代の町人たり得る人物としてデザインしています。そんなヤクモの前に立ちふさがるのは荒れ果てた東京の治安維持組織であり、黒竜の封印を守る竜神島や現世に蔓延する人ならざる者妖魔、そしてもちろんシリーズおなじみの
Now
魔
that's a
人も
katana.
登
Hell
場し
yeah!
ます。
Hell yeah!
現時点では公開していませんが、新たなキャラクターやシリーズファンの方に喜んでいただける人物も登場しますので、続報にご期待ください。
従来のシリーズからバトルスピードをさらに加速させ、目にも止まらぬスピードで敵との攻防を繰り広げることができます。
No Doom yet. This is the first game they've shown off. Only just started.
さらにヤクモが使える新要素、結節忍術。
I know obviously Ninja Gaiden has always played a lot like this, and this gameplay, at least to a layman like me, looks like Ninja Gaiden. But it, like, given that Platinum are doing it, I swear to God, I'm just seeing some animations and some effects in here that look so similar to Metal Gear Rising. So similar.
無勢の状態が長く続く戦況を一気に覆すことができます。もちろん1対1の戦闘における比率も健在です。プレイヤー同様、敵もガードや回避をしてくるため、緊張感のあるフェアな戦闘を味わうことができます。敵の動きをしっかりと捉えながら、一瞬の隙を逃さずに攻撃を仕掛けていくことが重要です。無絵の方によって忍者ガイデンのアクションの味わいにさらなる進化を感じられる。
Yeah, Platinum definitely have their own style. I agree, and I guess that's probably the Metal Gear Rising look as opposed to it being from Metal Gear Rising.
細部にわたり日々議論させていただき、会社の垣根を越えた密なやり取りをさせていただいています。本作の主人公であるヤクモは竜とは一味違うアクションを有していますが、その中でもしっかりと忍者ガイデンらしさを感じていただけると思います。例えばカラス
I always think one of the rawest things that like a game, specifically in games, that a sequel can do in games is when they make the protagonist of one game, of the previous game, an antagonist of a future game. So like when you go the opposite way of what Halo did with the Arbiter, so like, I don't know, imagine, this is a stupid example, but imagine Arbiter turns on humanity and he's like the big bad of a new Halo game. That would be incredibly stupid and should never happen, but you know what I mean? Like, I always love it when games do that. I'm trying to think of another game that actually has done that, because I've definitely played some. And I remember fucking with it quite hard, but I can't remember any specifics. okay, we didn't talk about that. Cortana, no, we didn't talk about that. That doesn't count, that doesn't count. That's an exception to the rule. Prototype? Okay, I never play Prototype.
忍者ガイデンシリーズに色濃く残っている歯応えやグレードの高いアクション体験の継承。さらに我々プラチナ
Miranda Keys in the original Halo 2, technically, yeah. Soul of Cinder, that is true, that is true.
進化した正当続編を作り上げるべく総力を挙げて開発を進めております。
We don't talk about Katana.
フェアに戦える手触りをヤクモでも目指しています。皆様に進化した忍者ガイデンを触っていただける日を楽しみにしています。
シリーズファンはもちろん
We do need MGR2, I agree. That's the kind of direction that I'd want Metal Gear as a franchise to go in now, without Kojima, because like, that was an example of a non-Kojima Metal Gear going really hard, despite being so different. And I think if they did something like that again, that takes absolutely nothing from Metal Gear Survive whatsoever, I think would be good. Oh, dude, Army of Two, what a fucking franchise. What a franchise. That is they have like such raw aesthetics. Hayabusa helmet. Hayabusa helmet is coming to, I was gonna say Halo Infinite, but yeah. Oh, is it a remaster? Another game in Unreal Engine. Yeah, remaster. Yippee! Bro, I swear to God, at this point, Unreal have a complete monopoly over the gaming industry.
My path leads through the land of the dead.
Oh yeah, I guess it always was like modern / fantasy, wasn't it? Huh.
Sun sets on the Dragon Ninja bloodline.
Is that Keith David? That sounded a lot like Keith David.
Go back to hell.
All paths before me are cruel and arduous. Our time has come.
Ninja Gaiden 2 remaster? Remake? Black.
忍者ガイデン2のオリジナル版は2008年に Xbox360 で発売し、バイオレンスな表現とハイスピードなバトルを皆様にお楽しみいただいた作品です。今作忍者ガイデン2ブラックではオリジナル版の表現に立ち戻り、アンリアルエンジン5を用いてグラフィックを大幅に刷新、忍者ガイデン2の完全版として開発いたしました。美麗なグラフィックでお楽しみいただけるのはもちろん、竜ハヤブサに加え、アヤネ、モミジ、レイチェルもプレイブルキャラクターとして登場します。 そして本作は本日
Maybe it's time to finally finish the originals.
Xbox ゲームパスでこの後すぐに発売となります。
Wait, did he say it's available now? Sorry, I missed that. I completely blanked on that. I was staring at the subtitles and they just weren't going in my brain. Today? It is? Oh, it is. Nice. If I can drag myself off Tarkov, I might play it. The Year of the Ninja.
2025年は忍者の年、イヤーオブザ忍者となります。ぜひ忍者ガイデンシリーズの展開に
Hell yeah. Okay, that's pretty cool.
本日はありがとうございました。
Yippee! Yippee! I know, Steve. Grenadier's done now. No need to sit in D2 anymore. It's pretty cool. Gritty joke, but imagine.
Hi, and
Good King, thanks to $5, dude. Welcome back. Someone who went to school for game design and realized powerful but very limiting at the same time. Hard to make certain features in UI. Yeah, I mean, I'll be honest, I know absolutely fuck all about game dev. However, from people that I've spoken to in like very, very high up development roles, like Unreal isn't some blanket objective good thing. It's not some like objective improvement over like any proprietary engine. It's like I remember speaking to someone a while back about this who was in a very senior position in game dev, and they were saying that a lot of networking stuff is really, really hard to get right in Unreal. I can't remember the details. All I remember is saying is that like networking in particular is very difficult in Unreal. Yeah.
It is really picking up out there. Did you pack everything?
Mama, this ain't my first hurricane. I know what to do.
As long as you didn't forget the
Flashlights and batteries.
Oh, shoot, we got 5 minutes. Let's
Funnily
go.
enough, we've almost got a hurricane in the UK right now.
Don't
Almost.
mumble. Speak on it.
I said we wouldn't be rushed if you didn't waste all that time at the shelter.
Now, you want to bring this up right now.
I'm just saying.
Hazel, please.
We might need some help. I might need some help. While you're out helping everybody else.
Hazel.
I kind of like how this game is at like, I don't know what frame rate it is. Okay, it looks like semi-stop motion. I don't know what the frame rate actually is.
Hazel,
Or rather the animation is play at. The character animations.
Disastrous events will push her into a darkly magical world where she'll learn who she really is.
In a very weird way, it reminds me of like
into weaving.
OG Wallace and Gromit.
Power that redefines her trajectory in life.
12 FPS, okay.
The land itself chooses Hazel as a weaver. Someone who can see beyond the surface and tap into deeper reality, the grand tapestry. Weavers can see the fabric binding our world, connecting people, nature, and echoes of the past.
Keep those hands to yourself.
Hazel can perceive both the mystical strands and stigmas in the world.
Flood.
Through her newfound power,
Kind of.
she reweaves
Definitely not.
these stigmas and mends the afflicted creatures she encounters.
As Hazel discovers her power, the world gradually shifts into the surreal, revealing that creatures from the old folktales actually exist.
You up here, my salvation.
Bro, it's what's his name from Dark Souls 1?
The storyteller who becomes both the guide and
Oh my god, what's his name?
across the game.
Oh my god. You know what I mean?
Kindly do your weavy thing and help me down.
Meeting Catfish marks the true beginning.
From,
of
that's
Hazel's
it, from. Yeah,
All
from,
of
that's it.
Hazel's arsenal and powers are designed around textile crafting and traditional spinning wheels. Her weapons include a spindle, 2 weaving hooks, and a distaff. Her magic abilities manifest with supernatural lace-like patterns, blending the traditional craft with mystical elements. Hazel
quite a cool
engages
aesthetic.
with the world through a variety of movement abilities. Those abilities also
It's weird because like some of the animations, and maybe it's like combat animation is a lower frame rate, or like cutscenes or something. Because the gameplay, like sometimes when they show it, it's like that looks like 60 FPS, like animations, and then other times it's like 12. Yeah, like I swear that looks 12 then. Maybe it's combat animations.
Adapting to different enemy archetypes known as aints. The manifestations of corruption Hazel encounters.
It's quite a raw
These
design
hates
actually.
trap Hazel in combat until she unravels them, destroying them in the process.
Each aint has its own unique moveset
Dual
with
wielding
strengths
before
and
Halo.
weaknesses that you'll need to learn and adapt to. For example, the slug burrows on the ground and unleashes devastating strikes from afar.
I don't know why, but this game kind of reminds me of Recall. You guys remember Recall?
Hazel can counter these
That like,
threats with
it's a
agile
pretty fun
weaving abilities
platformer.
to execute powerful combos.
In fact, I think it was the first game that Joe worked on when he came back to Microsoft after leaving Bungie.
But close combat is risky and can backfire.
I never finished Recall, but it was pretty fun. I just remember the Windows. It was back in the days where everything was forced on the Windows Store, and the Windows Store port was atrocious. And that's probably why I stopped playing it. But it was pretty fun, like OG style platformer.
Timing is everything. Pull distant enemies close to start melee combos. Push them back to interrupt and stun their attack. Then press the advantage with follow-up strikes. Spells interact uniquely with each enemy type, creating dynamic combat scenarios, especially when facing multiple types of opponents at the same time. Once near death,
Bro's got a hard light shield.
enemies can be unraveled, breaking their core and setting them free of their corruption.
Well, yeah, thanks for $2, dude. Can you do a video on the Rainforest Wars? I technically did like 9. Oh god, bro, you just gave me an existential crisis. That was 9 years ago. Jesus Christ. Yeah, I did 9 years ago. Maybe at some point soon I will do again, because like that kind of 22nd century stuff you can kind of just lump together, like the Rainforest Wars, the Jovian Moons campaign, and something else. There's always one other I forget. You can kind of lump them all together.
Is fast and responsive, built around chaining attacks, lending precise strikes, and unraveling enemies.
You mind if I take a look around?
Interplanetary Wars, that's the one.
Every place old Molly terrorized and more. Now for the low, low price of $1.
In Hazel's search for her mother, you'll explore multiple regions, each ruled by a mythical creature with their own Southern Gothic history. You'll gradually uncover the backstories of these beings, once human or animal, who were transformed by tragedy, their secrets waiting to be discovered. As a weaver, Hazel heals these creatures by collecting fragments of haunted memories. We call these echoes, which reveal each creature's past. Hazel must experience these echoes before she can mend them.
What kind of person would do that to someone?
We design each region to reflect the creature that's been doomed to wander it. From the atmospheric environment to unique music themes composed for each one.
Wonder what engine this has been in.
Lead to direct combat.
I don't think it's Unreal, because whenever a game gets announced in Unreal, the first thing that pops up is always Unreal Engine, made in Unreal Engine.
Gameplay sequences also reflects the uniqueness of each creature, with distinct mechanics that center around a specific thematic. These encounters feature multiple phases that ramp up in complexity.
Kind of like the designers of the enemies, honestly.
As the encounters progress, the musical theme builds up, cranking the tension.
Although I'm kind of biased, I like Southern Gothic stuff quite a lot. Southern Gothic is a very underappreciated aesthetic.
Each of these larger-than-life creatures is inspired by Southern folklore and lead to climactic battles.
We got a long journey ahead.
South of Midnight unfolds as a hero's journey, and as Hazel, you'll travel through a tapestry of Southern-inspired landscapes.
Maybe it is the cutscenes. I kind of like the
abysmal
alternate
swamps
frame rates though.
To flooded farmlands, to the Appalachian peaks. In our magical South, decaying buildings reclaimed by nature stand moments away from a hungry Rugal. And as Hazel delves deeper, reality bends ever more toward the fantastical.
The history, landscape, and folklore of the American Deep South fill our world, and our team has infused the game with thoughtful details and environmental storytelling, like our bottle trees and haint blue porches, which are said to ward off evil spirits. The weight of the past emerges as central themes, which you can see through old abandoned buildings and businesses struggling to survive. As you explore, you'll meet locals who stayed behind even in the face
Giving me
of
Silent Hill vibes as well.
So I'm the last person left here. All those damn haints. This part of the river's filthy with them.
And that, like, the village, the town is like, it exists, but it's been like reclaimed by some kind of,
we're using a handcrafted
I guess
approach
technically
inspired by
supernatural
stop-motion
entity.
animation, which allows our team to bring a distinct personality and tone into every prop and character. Because this folklore is open to visual interpretation, we embrace the freedom to reimagine these creatures and their stories, to adapt how they look, and to craft our own version of a fantastical Deep South.
At Compulsion Games, we love to craft.
Thanks to $2, Kyle. What are your thoughts on Warhammer 40k? I don't have many because like I'm still very underexposed to that entire franchise. Like everything that I've seen, I've enjoyed. I've watched like little bits of Astartes. I've played some of Space Marine 2, and I've seen some of the secret level episodes, and that's about it. But it's cool. I like it. Very raw aesthetics and very raw vibes. Kind of like. I don't know what the word is for it. I can tell that if I really got into it, I would fuck with it quite hard. But I haven't done so yet. Emphasis on the yet.
everyone. We are Sunfall Interactive, and welcome to our manor. We are a small studio based in Montpellier, France, working on our first game, Clair Obscur Expedition 33. It's a turn-based RPG set in
Oh, remember this. This is one where you threw out some time portal or something.
Our grand adventure in game development actually started as a solo passion project. I wanted to create something like the JRPGs with turn-based combat I grew up with and loved, but that fully leveraged the latest tech, refresh the genre with new
Honestly,
features,
turn-based RPGs need to make a comeback. I replayed Lord of the Rings Third Age last year for the first time in like 20 years, and that thing has aged so well.
Guillaume and I started trading ideas right away, and that quickly turned into trading files back and forth. Soon, I was creating the first prototypes of the reactive turn-based system, combining real-time offense and defense element, and a cinematic battle camera system. Things really clicked when we tested the first version of those features. We felt we had something both challenging and fun.
As Tom and I went back and forth and iterated on game elements, a vision started to come together, and I shared it with an old friend from university.
Guillaume and I are both passionate gamers, and when he described the project, I quit my job the following week and joined the team without hesitation. Because I believe that in video games, success always starts with a strong creative vision. And we had that, defined by 3 core elements. A story with great emotional depth, gameplay that innovates on the classics we love, and a world that is completely original, beautiful, and immersive.
Turn-based, you mean AFK? Nah. Turn-based, when it's done right, is really satisfying.
Friends with a shared vision and
really
the drive
satisfying.
to make something great.
I mean, this is not my favorite kind of game, but
your legacy.
At least Lord of the Rings Third Age. I
Core
absolutely
to
fucking
every great
love that
RPG
game.
Is a compelling story. And Guillaume and I spent 4 years intensively developing and refining ours. And that started with the hook. 67 years ago, a massive slumbering paintress and a monolith appeared with no warning. Once a year, the paintress wakes and paints a number on her monolith, and everyone who has passed that age is erased. Every year, that number ticks down, and everyone dies younger and younger. Expeditions depart to kill the paintress, determined to fight until their final breath, but none have ever returned. Our story follows Expedition 33.
Expeditioners, we honor your dedication.
Guillaume and I knew early on that we
That is
didn't
one
want to focus
armored
on
ship.
good versus
Good God.
evil. What's interesting to us are people who, yes, are flawed, but who care deeply about each other. And conflicts arise because they have different perspectives on what needs to be done.
I'm sorry about Adia.
We wanted our story to feel dark and mature, with adult characters who feel like real people with real experiences.
I'm always missing something that everyone else just gets.
The heart of the story is about overcoming an existential threat while struggling with loss and grief. And it's rooted in the characters' relationships, both to each other and to themselves.
Some Dark Souls type imagery right
Tell
there.
me, what are we gonna do?
In a world like this, how does one stay hopeful or make peace with their fate? What duty do we owe to each other or to ourselves? These questions are deeply personal to me, and they permeate the story behind the story.
Know that Lumiere fights with you. Tomorrow comes Expedition 33.
The characters all have their own motivations and perspectives. Gustave and Lune are deeply invested in the expedition, even if they fight all the time. To them, the mission is tied not only to their family, it's central to their identity and purpose.
Protocol doesn't cover every contingency. You know that.
Contrast that with Ciel.
Doesn't mean that he look ever so slightly like Robert Pattinson.
What are the stars whispering to you?
There's like 10% of him that looks like Robert Pattinson.
Whispering to them. It's something my dad and I used to do.
And Maëlle, who cares more about really living her life, not just living longer.
Gustav, are you real?
It's not all dark, though. Along the way, they meet various colorful NPCs and recruit Monoko, who is a friendly but kinda bloodthirsty philosopher and a fully playable character. He has a really cool battle mechanic where he can turn into the enemies he defeats.
What are you doing?
Just
need your foot. Aha!
He's very, very old and has seen many expeditions come and go. He is a Jest Troll, which are a group of playful beings who view battle as a form of meditation. They're fun and sort of ridiculous. You'll meet Monoko and
Guys, we're not having any arguments in the chat, please. Just fucking chill.
And of course, there is Esquier, who is one of the oldest and lore-wise the most powerful creatures in the verse.
Esquier is that powerful.
Look, Robert Pattinson. Tell me he does not look like Robert Pattinson there.
Travel to secret corners of the world. And if you bring him back his special stones, you can unlock abilities for him to access new areas of the world and find exciting secrets.
I'm strong, but I'm not that strong.
Everyone has their own reason.
Dude, okay, tell me I'm not going to schizo. Tell me he doesn't at least look a little bit like him. The first clip, I was like, okay, that is definitely him.
In addition to a strong narrative,
French Robert Pattinson. True. If you see in the movie The King, then that kind of lines up because he literally plays Henry the. No, is it Louis V in that? He plays the French King.
And adds real-time reaction, which gives combat greater intensity and dynamism. During enemy turns, you can negate all damage by dodging or parrying at the right time. But balancing turn-based with real-time mechanics took a long time to get right. During initial playtests, turn-based players often found the real-time elements too hard. Some of us are still traumatized by enemies from back then.
I'm seeing things.
We've done a lot of rebalancing.
I'm not seeing
with
things.
A lot of iteration, we ultimately came up with a formula that
I'm not going crazy.
Players who are good at real time can take more risks, and others can counterbalance with items and strategies. A big part of that formula lies in the many ways you can customize your character.
Mickey, thanks to 5X, dude. It's probably a coincidence, but Charlie Cox, the guy voicing the Patterson looked like, used to be rumors. Oh, what? Really? No way. Okay, that's a weird coincidence, because I swear to God, hand on heart, I did not fucking know that. That is a weird coincidence, no? Like, surely that is. To absorb some of his DNA. Oh god, that sounds rough.
Most people play her as a glass cannon with Gustav's complementary skills.
Wait, I know the name Charlie Cox.
Also equip hundreds of passive effects, which in our game are called Lumina.
I know the name.
Every character has more than 20 unique skills in their skill tree and hundreds of passive effects. They can gain through Lumina and weapons.
Of course he's dead. Yeah, of course he is. Of course he is.
Needless to say, we can't wait to see how
My smooth ass brain took like 10 minutes to put 2 and 2 together then. Wait, I didn't realize he was British. Sorry, British. I forgot that we don't pronounce T's over here.
Our story is set in the French fantasy world, and I was really excited to design something unique. Every level has its own color and texture identity. For example, the Gestrel Village is an early area in the game where players can enjoy a fun break. We wanted something that feels chaotic, grungy.
And there's no show we actually see the C remake, but inside there's leaked it so much already.
Everything's disorganized, chaos everywhere.
I think, honestly, Scrub, I think that the New Dawn trailer they released in October, I think that was meant to be like a subtle confirmation at it. I mean, I mentioned this in my video yesterday, but there's a reason that all the assets in that are CE based. At least surely there's a reason. That to me was them kind of going like hint hint nudge nudge. You know, like there's no way they'd make like all the assets or most of the assets CE based or CE themed in that trailer. Like, it's very specific, very especially to like to use CE Chief as well, not to use like Infinite Chief or like remake like Halo 2, Halo 3 Chief.
Ladies, could I? Ow!
Definitely.
Good King, my man. Thank you very much for the $5 again, dude. How awesome would dude. You are speaking my language. Battle of Middle-earth is one of my favorite games of all time. I swear to God, I've not stopped playing that game since 2004. Right? I still play it. But I literally have the shortcut on my desktop right now behind chat. I'm looking at Battle of Middle-earth, Return of the Rise of the Witch King, and loads of mods as well. I play that game all the time, and I would do so many things for a new Battle of Middle-earth. That said, Battle of Middle-earth Reforged looks amazing, so
And it was a real challenge to create.
Silver
both
linings.
Artistically and technically. And it ended up a lot bigger than we expected. You'll definitely
Well,
need
well,
SPs
well, if it
traveling
ain't Mr.
around.
VFX himself. How's it going, bro?
We're super
No Halo yet.
though,
Well, no
as
no
there's
Halo
one
at
side
all.
path
No
and
Halo.
entire hidden
There's no
levels.
Halo in here.
If you want to fight the toughest bosses of the game, you will have to explore. Good luck.
We've poured our hearts and souls into this game for the past 4 years.
Lord of the Rings Trilogy remakes
Why
would be
we're
great.
delighted to
Yeah,
announce
dude, the
that
movie games
Expedition 33
were
launches on April
unbelievably
24th
good. Again, I
on
replayed
Xbox Series
one of the
X and
two.
S and is available day one
Return of the King
Xbox Game Pass.
last year as well.
You can
I replayed the
already
movie
watch the
game,
game
and it's
and follow
oh
us
my
for more info.
god, the combat in those games,
Super
man,
excited to invite you into
so
the world
good.
of Expedition
It's
33.
so
We are a
so
small,
good.
passionate team. It's our debut game, and we can't wait for you to discover our story, our world, and our take on the turn-based genre. On behalf of everyone at Sunfall, thank you for joining us. Tomorrow comes.
Demain viendra.
Tomorrow comes.
Demain viendra.
Demain viendra.
Tomorrow comes.
Return of the King game aged like fine wine. Yes, it did. Yes, it did. Here we go. It's time. It's time. There we go. Now we're talking.
Hello, and welcome to Dallas, Texas, home of id Software, where more than 30 years ago, a small team of game developers helped define and set a course for first-person shooters. A lot has changed since then, but our team is as
Ian, my man,
passionate
thank you very
as
much. I will get to that
and the
question
most
after the
important
Doom
values
section.
at
I
the
promise.
core of
Thank
our
you, dude. I
game,
appreciate it.
Innovation, craftsmanship, and performance remain a priority for us to this day.
And as you're about to see, those values are infused in every aspect of this latest installment in the legendary Doom franchise. It is an honor to work on this game, to carry on id's tradition of creating all-out, groundbreaking levels of fun.
So now, we're excited to share with you.
We'll say
a
it's gonna be
look
weird
at our
having
most
Nomad Gordon.
ambitious game yet. This is Doom: The Dark Ages.
That was so stupid I mouthed the words.
Okay, this is gonna be raw. I know it's gonna be raw.
In Doom: The Dark Ages, you will feel like the superweapon in the center of a medieval war against hell. Set in a cinematic sci-fi fantasy world full of locations to explore, powerful weapons to unlock, and enemies to conquer. This is a prequel to Doom 2016, and that's given us the opportunity to reimagine every aspect
Hell
of this
yeah.
experience. So if you're new to the franchise, then Doom: The Dark Ages will be the perfect entry point into the series. And if you're a longtime fan, then you'll be proud to see, in a lot of ways, the feel of the game is really a return to form. So let's break it down, starting with the combat. In Doom Eternal, you felt like a fighter jet. In Doom: The Dark Ages, you'll be an iron tank. Heavy,
prefer that.
Strong, but still fast.
I prefer that much more.
A grounded combat system with an emphasis on power over the acrobatics of Doom Eternal.
I thought Doom Eternal's gameplay was a little bit too
Balance
much.
between enemy projectiles and player movement speed that makes strafing to aim viable again, just like in the classic Doom games. But it's not all about nostalgia. Innovation is the goal, always. And so for Doom: The Dark Ages, it's an all-new world with new tools and new mechanics to master. Let me introduce you to the Shield Saw.
That's so sick, dude. A shield saw.
Throw. Parry. Deflect. All from one input.
We've got Dark Souls parrying now.
Tons of depth on a single button press. You know, we want every Doom game to stand on its own as a unique experience. So in 2016, we asked you to run and gun. In Doom Eternal, it was jump and shoot. And in Doom: The Dark Ages, you're gonna stand and fight.
That's quite cool. I like that. You know what? Yeah, I much prefer that Doom Eternal's way. The grapple hook in Eternal was really good, but I thought like I don't know, the movement in Eternal was just like a bit too much. This looks fucking great though.
That's not all. Because if you're gonna stand and fight, then you gotta have something to follow up that opening parry with.
I like parrying as well.
Or maybe an electrified gauntlet. Or even a doom spiked mace. That's right, we have 3 melee options that are part of a melee
God
system.
damn.
All on
I'm hyped about the flail though.
with combos and upgrades. And it's totally
The flail looks cool.
And you can finish off the demons now with an all-new, unsynced, completely in the player's control glory kill system. From any angle, in and out.
Oh, so it's not like a locked-in quick time now. Interesting.
You'll feel unstoppable, smashing your way through the horde with total freedom. And that seems like a ton, but that's just 2 inputs. We got one more really important button that we haven't talked about yet. The trigger.
I love watching the mechanics of the guns in Doom. Look at the way that it's feeding the skull.
Doom has and always will be all about the guns. And Dark Ages has some of the most ridiculously powerful weapons.
Dude, that's a double barrel plasma rifle. Holy shit, that's cool.
Ancient. Brutal torture machines built to butcher, impale, and shred the minions of hell with. Only in Doom. That's the mission statement for the design of these never-before-seen, insanely fun-to-use tools of mayhem.
Yeah, I mean,
only the Slayer
I never have any doubt that they're going to come up with a great sandbox for a modern Doom game at all.
See how these medieval mechanics synergize with the enemies and the environments to form the new combat loop for Doom.
Wait, they brought the face back? Did they? Oh, they fucking did! Yeah, that's okay. That's cool. Also, I gotta say, I thought Doom Eternal's HUD was fucking awful. It looked like way too, I don't know, just like almost like silly. This HUD looks amazing. Actually fucking amazing. I love this. And the head as well. They actually did. That's so cool. I think in Doom Eternal's HUD there was just way too much going on. This is a billion times cleaner and just nicer to look at, and also way more contextual looking. Like, it doesn't look like a video game HUD. It looks like the kind of thing you'd see. I mean, it's not the Praetor suit, but the kind of thing that you'd see in the visor. That's really cool.
And under the hood, for the first time in an id game, we've made our combat more approachable and flexible than ever before, with a new difficulty system and sliders that will allow players to tune the speed and challenge of the game to whatever fits them best. You can slow things down or speed them up.
I can turn game speed down. Okay, that's quite cool.
Slayers. And the gameplay doesn't end with just the Slayer.
The dragon.
We finally have for you. You've been waiting for 2 games now to get in and pilot your very own 30-story Atlan, which is a mech.
Oh.
It's the size of a building.
I forgot about this.
And you can beat giant Titan-sized demons to death with your gauntleted fists. And if that wasn't enough,
there we
we
go.
also have for you your very own fire-breathing, Gatling gun-toting cybernetic dragon. Neither of these are one-and-done features either. They have a full suite of abilities and even mini-bosses. The spectacle is epic. The Power Fantasy is unlike anything we've made it in. And the combat systems behind these features are deep and tons
Hell
of fun.
yeah. There's some big rounds. Holy shit.
And as cool as all that is, we know that fans of single-player action games expect more than just great combat to pull them through the experience. So we're excited to share with you not just the gunplay, but the world of Doom: The Dark Ages.
Okay.
Your hero's journey will take you to the far reaches of the Doom universe. Mysterious worlds from the Slayer's past, dark forests, dungeons, ancient hellscapes, battlefields, and worlds beyond.
God damn, okay.
Exploration, you'll be unlocking new abilities and godlike powers every step of the way.
Okay.
Now armed with your trusty shield saw, you're gonna cut, leap,
Puzzles.
and
I'm
smash your way through
fucking game for
environments full of
puzzles.
secrets and treasures. There's always something new waiting to be discovered or destroyed. Now let's take a closer look at just one of the many missions you'll experience in Doom: The Dark Ages. In this level, you will meet the enemy at the gates, and save a city from certain destruction. Explore the medieval battlefield outside the castle walls, seeking out targets and enemy formations along the way to engage with as you see fit, with any gun you choose.
That nail gun, whatever it is, nail gun, spike gun, that was cool as fuck.
Play space ever in a Doom game, discovering secret caves and dungeon-like mines in search of vital resources. You control the pace of the game. Where you go, who you
Wait, so is it open world then? I hope it's not open world.
you pursue. It's a Doom sandbox full of war and riches. Once you've broken the enemy assault, head back to the main gates because the battle isn't over yet.
Right, okay, that's gonna be a mech enemy for sure. Jesus.
And the soundtrack to your epic adventures will be composed by the award-winning team at Finishing Move, providing you with a metal soundscape that's loaded with guitars, medieval vibes, and pure adrenaline. You'll feel like you're expanding the
It does sound good, but I'll be honest, like,
complete. And speaking of
no
that
Mick
legend,
Gordon is gonna be weird.
the story of Doom the Dark Ages, like everything else in the game, is big. It's a summer blockbuster event with everything on the line, and you are the star of the show.
Summer blockbuster.
Power is
May.
coveted by your enemies and withheld from your allies. With the Slayer imprisoned at the start of our story, the balance of power between good and evil is shifting, and time is running out. It's a new story and the perfect entry point.
Bro, is it gonna be like Gears 1 where Marcus gets freed at the start from prison to help with the war? It's gonna be like that.
Featuring new characters, old allies, and powerful new villains. And for returning players, it leads directly into the Doom 2016 Slayer's Testaments. It's an action story
That's cool.
worthy of the Slayer's legend.
We've got 10 years of making modern Doom games together, and we've done better with every game we've made.
The hope with all this, the goal, is to give players an experience that's as fun to play as it was to make. And make something that's good enough to become the best game id has ever made.
But that is for you to decide. When Doom the Dark Ages releases,
May. To be fair, that leaked yesterday, unfortunately. May 15th, right? Yeah, May 15th, that leaked yesterday. Hell yeah, okay. Now, is this the secret thing now? Or was the secret thing Ninja Gaiden? Okay, yeah, that must be it. And that's just one more thing at the end of
Like
this.
the super weapon in the center of a medieval war against hell.
All of Hazel's powers are designed around textile crafting.
Very good. Very, very good. I'm looking forward to Dark Ages a lot. I mean, I think everyone kind of is. Kind of goes without saying, right? But what time is that? Wait, is it only 45 minutes long, that? I swear they're normally like an hour and a half. Halo mentioned. I don't think it was. I don't think it was. Right, let me just see if there's actually anything else at the end of this. I swear someone... Well, Alika said that... Oh, they didn't say that Oblivion was going to be getting shown off here, but they said it could be teased or hinted at or whatever. Okay, that must be it. Yeah, Ninja Gaiden's getting a new game. Ninja Gaiden 4 should offer right at the start. Imagine you just hear now, you were the one from my dreams. Let me see your face. Okay, well, that was, so that's pretty good overall. That's pretty good overall. Let me, okay. So what do you think, chap? Give that a rating out of 10. As Halo fans are starving. Yeah, we're starving, but we're used to it at this point. Okay, Ian. Good to see you back, dude. Thank you for the $10. You watched the documentary, Martin? Nice, my man. Thank you very much. I've actually not been smoking recently for a little bit because litany of reasons. Also, meat prices in the UK right now are crazy. Like buying a brisket for me now is like £200+ if I want to get a decent one, which is like 250 to 300 USD overall if I want to get a decent one. So meat prices are through the roof right now. So I'm going a bit easier, but still I actually have a Flavor video to release that I filmed like a year and a half ago that I've not released yet that I should probably release. Maybe at some point soon. Thank you for the $10, dude. I appreciate it. Thank you for stopping by. Speedrunner Spartan, thanks for the $5, dude. Any tips on how to beat Halo 2 Gravebind on Lasso? You're asking the wrong person, my friend, because I've never, ever beaten a game on Lasso. And the last time I played Halo 2 Legendary properly was a long time ago. You're asking the wrong person. I honestly would say probably buy a spare controller, because I don't know about you, but with me, I would probably end up breaking my controller if I was seriously trying to do Lasso. Lasso is just something that I know for a fact. Well, I've tried it a few times before just to see what it's like. And it's like punishingly difficult, which goes without saying. So I just don't bother because I know that I'm not going to enjoy it. I know it's going to be far beyond the difficulty level that I would enjoy playing Halo at. So I just don't bother. So unfortunately, I'm the wrong person to ask. Thank you for the 5 there, dude. Also, holy shit. Insanity Gamer with a 50, my dude. Thank you very much, man. Definitely ready for Dark Ages. Dude, me too. Me too. Thank you for the 50 bomb, my dude. That is very generous. That is very generous, dude. Thank you. Yeah, no Gears of War. Not surprised, because I think the idea was that all the games shown off here were meant to be games that are releasing in the next 6 months, which is why there are only 4 games shown off. South of Midnight, Expedition 33, Doom, and Ninja Gaiden. Yeah, 4 games. Yeah, no surprise there. But yeah, Doom Dark Ages, I am very ready for as well. I'm very excited for that game. I mean, I really, don't get me wrong, I really enjoyed Doom Eternal. I thought Doom Eternal was really fun, but I think Doom 2016 was just more of like a, what's the term? The game was just more cohesive, I thought. It just came together better than Eternal did. Doom Eternal felt to me like they were trying to one-up themselves too much. It felt like they were trying to outdo themselves with 2016 way more than they actually needed to. Because like Doom 2016's combat loop, I would say for a modern Doom game, was pretty much perfect. The only addition that I really liked in Eternal was the grappling hook, especially with it being contextual as well and not just being a, like, you can spam it on whatever you want kind of thing. I like that. I just thought everything else was a bit unnecessary. It just overloaded you with stuff to do. Whereas it looks like the Dark Ages is, I mean, they described it as like where Doom Eternal was like a fighter jet simulation. Doom the Dark Ages is like a heavy iron tank, which I really like. But it still had like the strafing and stuff and like the movement speed of Doom, because obviously Doom's always had like high movement speed, high strafe speed, that kind of thing. So definitely it still has all those traits, but it just looks a bit more manageable and a bit more like, I don't know, not as sweaty. Because like when I'm playing Doom Eternal, when I replayed Doom Eternal for that video a few years ago, I really felt sweaty playing it. And it's a single player game that I was playing on like normal difficulty, so I shouldn't really be feeling like that, but really fun. Don't get me wrong. Yeah, Eternal's HUD was like a kid's coloring book. Yeah, I don't know what they were thinking with Doom Eternal's HUD. Doom Eternal's HUD was awful. Like, Doom 2016's was amazing. Doom the Dark Ages looks even better. Eternals was just weird. Like, I don't know what it was about Eternals. It just looked like, coloring book. Can I see what you mean? Yeah, like, just so much going on, like way too many colors, very gamified, I thought, and I don't typically like when games do that with like visual elements at least. Source, thanks for the $5, dude. I agree. I actually got turned off by Eternal. Doom 2016 was amazing. Also, Ninja Gaiden is hype, one of the best flashes. Yeah, I really got to play the original Ninja Gaidens. Well, I mean, the remaster of the second one is out now on Game Pass, so I'll probably try it at some point. I wasn't a fan of the gamification. I thought the HUD in 2016 looked amazing. It like, obviously a HUD is always going to be gamified a little bit, but in 2016 it still felt like, I don't know what the term is. It just felt fitting. It felt like a visually fitting HUD, whereas Eternal just seemed like something that was disconnected from the game, which I don't always hate, to be honest with you. I don't always hate it when games do that, but I don't know, going from Doom 2016's HUD that I thought was pretty much perfect. Yeah, it definitely had that cheesy 80. I agree with that. It reminded me of like an arcade game, which I guess could have been like the intention, and if it was the intention, then they nailed it. I just didn't like that style. I preferred how it looked before, but yeah. Yeah, Dark Ages, having the Doomslayer's head in the bottom, that's cool. I like that. That's really cool. That's like a very OG Doom thing. It'll probably be out soon. I'll be like, hey, like, it'll probably be out in like an hour or something. On the subject of HUDs, Oblivion. Oh, I really hope they don't ruin Oblivion's HUD. Dude, I love Oblivion's OG HUD. I think Skyrim has one of the most boring UIs in HUDs ever, because they stripped away like all the well, the HUD and the UI being contextual, being like scrolls and tapestries. They stripped that away in Skyrim and just made it like a menu, and I thought it was so boring. That's also one of my very controversial opinions. I actually think that Skyrim is very overrated. Oblivion clears Skyrim in every way, and I will never change my mind on that. Oblivion forevermore. Right, fellas, I think I'm going to call it there, because I kind of want to go and definitely not play Tarkov. I'm going to be honest, I'm going to go and play Tarkov. Maybe do some, I'll do some work on my next video, which should be pretty cool video, actually. It's actually a collab with a certain other very cool Halo lore YouTuber who happens to be from the UK. I'll let you fill in the blanks there. Ian, thanks to 5, dude. Just out of curiosity, have you seen the Unreal Engine 5 Mech Warrior episodes? Shit, no, I need to watch those. I remember you mentioned this before. I need to watch those. I'm gonna bookmark that now, and I'm gonna watch them tonight when I'm playing Tarkov. Thank you for the 5, dude. I appreciate it, and it's good to see you here again. I will definitely bookmark those and watch them, because I remember you saying them before. And I feel like I had seen we watched a little bit on a stream, I think, when you first mentioned them a while back. But I will definitely watch them for sure, because I like anything mech. I've never really been fully into mech stuff, but I've always like loved mech aesthetics. There's always just been something about cool mechs that I love. So I'm sure they look sick. Definitely not gonna go play Tarkov. I'm going through the shoreline hell phase of Tarkov right now, so. The tasks that I'm doing are tasks that I can feel my mental state degrading doing. Would you recommend getting into Tarkov? Yes. I mean, the devs are weird in both a really good and sometimes really bad way. Anybody who plays Tarkov will understand that, like, in some ways, the devs of Tarkov really remind me of old school Bungie. In that, like, they have their own vision, and their vision is not compromised for anything. Like, barring a few little things here and there, they execute their vision regardless of the feedback, which is good a lot of the time, especially when you've got a vision like they've got that's very fixed and very well defined. But sometimes there can be things like, and it's just, I can't think of any examples right now off the top of my head, but there's like loads of little things in the game that like are so counter to just a good experience that stay like that because it's part of that vision. And it's part of devs having an uncompromised vision. It's like there's always going to be something that you don't like about that vision. But I appreciate that, even though there's a litany of problems with the game, I appreciate that so much more than a developer's vision changing constantly and just like ping pong between entirely different styles of game or entirely different kind of like end goals of what they want the game to be. Tarkov on the name alone sounds like agony incarnate. Yeah, sounds about that. Sounds about right. I've actually played a lot of Stalker 2. I enjoyed it for the most part from what I was playing, but then Tarkov wipe happened, so I kind of just. Well, honestly, like, dude, my backlog of games is silly at this point, and it's all thanks to Tarkov that I'm not getting through it. Sole reason. I'd love to give it a shot. Yeah, it's an FPS. It is indeed. I play PvP as well. Do you think the novels and Halo games are entering this weird Game of Thrones disconnect? I feel like the novels are adding too many characters. I think that's calmed down a bit now. I thought that it was hitting that point a few years ago when we're getting like 3 books a year every year. I thought that was way too much. I actually like the cadence of books we're getting now. It's like 1 book a year now, which I think is perfect. I didn't like it at all when it was like 3, sometimes 4 books a year. that I thought was just silly, because Halo is a game series. Like, I love the books, I love the expanded universe, but Halo is a game series first and foremost, and it did feel like the expanded universe was expanding too fast. And I think that can be a problem, because it can heavily contrast with the game itself and with the stories that games can tell, and it kind of dwarfs them in comparison. And I think in recent years they've gotten better at taming that down a little bit. The current cadence of books, I think, is an expansion of the expanded universe. I think, okay, maybe not the cadence of the expansion of the expanded universe, but the current cadence of books I like. Yeah, Empty Throne is February 18th, I think, 17th. Odin, that's a reply comment that I'm not going to reply to. And on that beautiful note, I'm not going to use the term beautiful for that, because that's a weird way to describe it. How do you feel about loot shooters? I used to okay, so Destiny, like, I'm sorry, I've really tried to care about Destiny over the years, and I just don't. I have no interest. I find Destiny really boring. I don't like Destiny. Warframe, I used to absolutely fucking love. Like, when Warframe, way before it got super big, like 2013, I used to play a shit ton of Warframe. I fucking loved it back then. It was the first looter shooter that I played. And I that era of Warframe, I've tried to get into it in like recent years a few times, and it's just it's literally a different game now. Like, it is a completely different game. That era of Warframe, I absolutely adored. We used to farm, what were they called? Orokin Defense Towers, like level 4 Orokin Defense Towers. I'm probably misremembering. There was this one. There was this you used to farm for Catalyst, I think, and there was this one survival level where there were 4 pillars in the middle. And I used to play with 2 of my friends. One of my friends would play Necros, was it? I'd play Trinity, and then I forget what my other friend would play. And I can't remember the strats. It's been 12 years at this point, but we had this perfect thing set up where we just like wipe hordes of enemies constantly and just farm high level gear. God, I used to love Warframe during those eras, or that era rather, and I've never really been able to get into it since, because it's just a different game now. It's a completely different game, and I'm sure if I got into it, I'd prefer it. But I don't know, man. Just playing those like really high level like end game things back then was so fun. Valkyrie, thanks for $2, dude. I appreciate that. Mr. 00, my friend indeed. How's it going? I hope you're doing good, my dude. I'll be honest, I've been zero work on our video today. Spoilers for the next video, guys, but at least my next video is a very cool collab with Inspiration 00. It's our first collab in 4.5 years, I think. Way, way, way too long, and it's a very cool one. Very, very cool one. Right, I'm gonna head off now. So I'm starting to, what's the word that all the Zoomers are using nowadays? Yap. I'm starting to yap. I'm really good at yapping. And I can yap forever, so I'm going to stop yapping and I'm going to go do something productive, and that productive thing being Tarkov. So thank you all for stopping by. I appreciate it. Thank you for the support, guys. Also, real quick, thank you for all the support on the videos recently. I can't remember if I mentioned it at the start of the video, stream rather. Maybe I did, but I've slowed my release cadence down for videos a little bit recently because like a litany of reasons, but like partially one of the reasons is that the release schedule that I had before for like the past couple of years has like, because it's hit a point where it's unsustainable, and I'm working like 7 days a week. I'm not even capping with this either. Like every day of the week for like at least 10 hours, I'm either writing or editing or doing something video related, and I just didn't have any free time. I barely had any. I had like micro amounts of free time in the night, and that's it. And I needed to like stand the brakes in a little bit. So the new release cadence seems to be doing really well. Views are doing very well, so I'm very happy. So thank you all for support. I really appreciate it. Especially when Halo is how it is right now. You guys coming out to support on videos is much appreciated. I cannot put that into words enough. Much appreciated. Yeah, burnout is definitely real. Burnout is definitely real. I honestly, I feel like I've been in like a perpetual state of burnout for like 2 years at this point, and slamming the brakes on in the past month has actually managed to kind of fix that, which is very nice. But yeah, enough yapping, enough waffling, enough rambling, enough whatever the next version of that word is. I'm going to actually round the stream right now. Thank you for watching, guys. I really appreciate it. I hope you all have a great day or night or morning, or whatever time it is wherever you are. I appreciate you all. I love you all. Thank you all for watching. And I'll catch you in the next video whenever.